Hey folks, hope you guys having a good day. Today, I officially released Knightlordian RPG 3 version 3.6.0. Okay, not today, but a few days ago. Let me actually check and see when I actually did it. Actually, I'm gonna get it, grab it real quick. It's an update. Yeah. I posted this on the 23rd. Okay. Wait, no, not the 23rd. It was the 27th. Yeah, the 27th. Okay, glad to know. Yeah, so I posted this on the 27th, and since then I feel like since then I just realized I forgot I haven't done update log first, so we're gonna go ahead and do an update log today. So that brings it. Let's get right into it. So yeah, this update log is probably gonna be kind of short due to the update being kind of short too. So, but we'll go with it. Well, I'll just roll. We'll just roll with it. So, anyways, go ahead and let's go and see what we got here. So this update adds in Heatwave Desert, which is the newest game of the newest place of the game, and kind of the last area of the second to last area of Sunset Fortress. I know a lot of people have been saying that it's pretty damn big, and yeah, I know it's pretty big. I get that, but I mean, hey, it's whatever, I guess. So, but anyways, I'm gonna go and show you guys the newest area, and this area adds in two new mobs. Two new mobs, one boss and one spawn boss. It's like just like the update we had previously and all that stuff. So yeah, so it's gonna start off with the Heatwave Zombie. So yeah, Heatwave Zombie is pretty basic. You know, you got yourself the zombie. He has a gem inside him, I guess. I'm not sure, just for design purposes. I was always gonna make it like a gem that was like a gem mob that didn't really have like a body. I was like, just might as well just call it a zombie. I might say it for later when we get to the next cluster, which is actually coming pretty soon. I know a lot of people are saying that we've been in Sunset Forest for so long, but then again, the rework had kind of pull things or make things a bit more kind of make things on hold and stuff. And we're gonna be on hold for a bit longer for about in June for a bit. But apart from now, we'll some more there'll be more content soon. So, but anyways, that's the heat wave. That's the heated zombie. Next mob we got here is a dry wanderer. These two both have a chance to drop the heated armor, which I think I have right here. Do I have it? Yeah, heat wave armor. So right here, typical heat wave armor. So pretty cool, sand and storm and stuff like that. So yeah, pretty cool. So yeah, anyways, that's the heat wave. That's the heat wave armor. So next up is the Sunslayer. Next to this pretty damn interesting area. Oh, he's climbing it. Wow, might have to put him a little bit less closer. I might put him a bit more further away from the entrance. Otherwise, he's gonna be jumping on that. But yeah. Anyways, this is the temple where the finale will be at. Or not the finale will be where the third cluster finale will be at. So, and yeah, that's pretty cool. Anyways, we got the Sunstar now, which is the boss that is in this area. He's not really that much of a threat, honestly. But I might as well go and kill him. So he draws two things: the Sunslayer armor, as usual, and the Sunslayer slasher. Yeah, you would at least people would have always what we're expecting to be the finale of Empire 3. Oh no, Empire. Sorry, Cluster 3 of Empire 6. But that's just not the case, unfortunately. I feel like that was too generic, and I didn't want that. But let's say he does play a big role in the Sunslayer realm, I guess. So yeah, there's that at least. Anyways, that's that. Now then we got ourselves a sword, which is like great sword. It's dropped from the boss that didn't want to spawn right now, so that's a shame. Thank you. Well, yeah, he's basically the Sir Lad's Glory of Light or something like that, and he dropped this like great sword and quite powerful. But yeah, I also did a few other changes too. I mean, kind of. I know a lot of people are gonna ask what other changes I did. I guess I'll cover it too. So I kind of renamed the clusters a bit differently, except for Clouding Cluster. The Clouding Cluster is going to be kept. The name will be kept because it's technically a cluster of clouds. So I mean, and we're just going to call it Clouding Cluster for now. There's nothing else I can think of. Then we got ourselves the Splintered Woodlands. This was originally called the Splintered Cluster, but I decided to rename it to Splintered Woodlands because as I felt like it matched it because you got a lot of woodlands here. You got the plains, the grass, the plains, the forest, the peace bringer grounds, and the retreat there. So yeah, and then this area I renamed. I went from Sunslayer Fortress to Sunslayer Slayer Realm, mainly because Sunslayer Fortress I feel like wasn't really that big of a wasn't it. Like sure it is a fortress, but like it was too I'm not sure why, but I didn't really want because ever since the Shimmer City Skylines was released, I was like, this does not feel like a fortress anymore. It feels like more like a realm rather than a fortress. So I decided to just change it like that. So, yeah. Anyways, there you go. Sunslayer Realm, Sunslayer Fortress, and all that stuff. Yeah, I did do a few other changes too, but I think but most people can't really tell for sure. Most people really won't tell unless they look really close at it. So, but yeah, let's see if there's any other changes I made real quick on the UI update log. Okay, last thing there really was the last thing I did was the music changes, but that's a change but that's not really like needed. So there's no I don't really go into any explanation. You can figure out for yourself, I guess. So yeah. But anyways, I finished progress for this patch. I know for this update log. I know it was kind of short, but I mean, I feel like I feel like, but things have been kind of busy recently here. My girlfriend's graduating. We're going on a hiatus soon to in June, and a lot of our things to look forward to. After this, I am planning to continue on expanding Empire 6 and pretty much finishing off the whole entire cluster system with this cluster right here. This cluster is going to be a bit short. It's going to be shorter than Sunset Realm. I promise that much. We actually already do have a few plans, and we actually do have a few areas in mind when it comes to the Sunslayer. When it comes to this cluster, especially when it comes to Finite 2 as well, because I bet you a lot of people are not really wanting to grind a fuck ton of more areas after they witnessed the amount of worlds are in Sunslayer Realm. Not like Sunslayer Realm really needs that many. I just realized that it was too much until it was too late. Yeah, yeah, I just went with the plan. It was originally, but I kind of did demo it down. It would have been, I did demo it down a bit because there are like sub areas now. Because the airship has a sub area, the Sunstar Castle has a sub area, Red Giant Space in a sub area. And these two don't have areas and all that stuff. So, but yeah, that's really all I say honestly. So, anyways, if you guys want to take a look to get an update for yourself, feel free to and all that stuff. And yeah, that's pretty much all there really is to this update. Anyways, so I kind of also just want to cover some other stuff, which we already did. So yeah, thanks for watching. Hope you guys enjoyed, and yeah, see you guys around.